Hey everybody, good evening. It is 22:33 here in UK, which means it is 25 to 11 here in the UK, and I wanted to talk about autism and grief from my current experience, what I'm going through at the moment, and thought that I would share my thoughts, feelings, and experiences with you guys. Hey Daniel, hey Tinkerwinker, hey Tasha, hey Karen, good to see you. But yeah, I want to share my current thoughts and feelings on grief and autism. It's something that I'm currently going through as of right now, and it's something that I've been dealing with for the last few days, obviously, since my relative passed on Monday. Hi, Reichardt. Hi, Christina. How's it going? And yeah, I wanted to just come online and talk to you guys rather than doing it on a pre recorded video. I thought this would be the best way. Hello, NASCAR. And yes, rest in peace, Toby Keith. I know he sadly passed away as well. But this is talking about a relative that I lost personally on. Yeah, Tasha, I've been a bit sad, obviously, because of the situation. But yeah, I just basically wanted to talk about autism and grief and what it means and kind of my perspective on it, what I'm going through, and kind of I want to share it with you guys because you guys have been asking about the person in question, and I thought this would be the best way to address all of you. I'm bearing up okay, new hobby. I've got to keep busy and keep my mind focused, and the more I keep focused, the more I am to keep myself positive. And I think that's the main thing I need to be doing for right now is keeping busy. Hey, Aussie Walks. Yeah, I've lost my nana, unfortunately. Aussie Walks. She passed away on Monday morning. So yeah, and it was expected, guys. I'm not gonna lie, it was expected. It was coming up, but we didn't realize how quick that it was going to be happening. But yeah, for someone with autism, it's much more heightened. It's much more on a heightened spectrum alert. And hey, Gan Pro, good to see you. I appreciate you coming in. It's really hard because obviously I've got multiple emotions in my head right now. I've got multiple feelings. Um, I've got multiple kind of situations going on in my head. The fact that I have to let my relative go. I know she's gone. I know she's not coming back. And, I'm having to deal with all these emotions, all the situation, and it's hard because I don't right now. I'm kind of in that denial where I know she's gone, but I don't want to let her go, and I don't want to have to say goodbye to yet another person that I've lost. And it's hard because my nana meant the world to me. She was very special to me. I was very close to her, and I right now I don't know how to feel, to be honest. It's kind of still only been 48 hours. So thank you, GAMPRO. I appreciate that. Hey Amy, how you doing, Amy? Good to see you. Yeah, it's really hard because I don't necessarily want to, be too emotional about it, but at the same point I am really finding this quite hard, and it's something that I know I should get used to. I know that she's gone, she's at peace, she's not suffering anymore, she's not in pain, but at the same point it sucks because she's not here to give me the advice, she's not here to give me the cuddle, she's not here to tell me stuff. And I think that's going to be the hardest thing of it, the fact that we've now just got to wait for the funeral service and stuff. So it's hard because for people on the spectrum, when they get attached to people and they have a relationship with someone and that person goes, it's going to be very, very hard for me to separate myself away from the person in question. Hey, Thompson. And yeah, obviously I've shed a lot of tears in the last 48 hours since the news broke to me. And, it's something that I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about or not here on the channel, but I thought, what, sod it. I am going to talk about it because it's relevant to the channel, it's relevant to the theme, it's relevant to me as a person with autism. Hi Keith, hi Blistering, how you doing? And I want other autistic people not to have to struggle and not to have to not cope well, because losing somebody can be extremely painful. And hey, Zara, good to see you, sweetheart. How are you? Um, Zara, if you don't know, if you've not checked my community tab, I did post a status basically saying that I lost a relative on Monday. That relative happened to be my nana, and yeah, it's hey David, hey official 1SP. Um, so my nan is just someone that I absolutely adore the world of, and now that she's not here, it's just a really big gut punch to me, and it's painful. I'm not gonna lie, it's extremely painful. And she is someone that supports me, and has supported me when I was little growing up, and she was kind of like a second parent. And now I'm absolute feeling rubbish because I've had my nan taken away from me, and I know that she was wanting to live a full life, and she lived a full life pretty much. And I'm just sad that she's had to go. There's nothing else that I can say. um I do have a photo of her here, but I don't really want to show it because obviously it's kind of a personal situation. But my nan means the world to me. I probably might show a picture later on once the funeral's done and finished, but I want to keep her dignity and her respect offline. But I just want to talk about this. It's very, very hard because it's only 48 hours. Like I said, it's literally still raw and fresh. It's still something that I'm dealing with right now. Obviously, I've shed a lot of tears. There's been a lot of questions in my head, and there's been a lot of times where I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe this is real. I don't want to say goodbye, and I know it has to come. It has to happen. And she's gone. There's no way of coming back. There is that. Life is life. By the end of the day, she's gone. She's out of the pain. She's out of the suffering. But at the same point, I know it seems a bit selfish, but I didn't want to let her go. I don't want to say goodbye. Of course I don't. But at the same point, unfortunately it's been taken away from me. So it's hard because she's someone that I looked up to as an authority figure, and of course I want to miss her. And being autistic means that my emotions are more heightened than anyone else's. I'm more sensitive to thank you, official NSP. Yes, I was there for you. I understand that. And I know a lot of people have gone through loss and pain and grief. I'm not the only one. I'm aware of this, guys. I know a lot of you have lost parents, grandparents, friends, family relations. I know I'm not the only one going through this yet again. And I do feel quite, I guess, lost is the word I want to use. I kind of feel like my life has had a big, massive chunk ripped out of it. And I don't know how this is going to work in the next few weeks when we lay her to rest, and I don't know how I'm going to feel. But I wanted to make this video, this live stream, just to kind of talk through the process of grief. And I know that grief for each person is different. Hey, Miss Nora. The grief process is only just started again for me, and it's a case of getting my thoughts out in a safe and controlled way. And hey Tanya, good evening. Thank you for turning the slow mode and subscribers mode. I appreciate that. But yeah, I just want to come on here and talk about it because I felt it had to be talked about. It had to be discussed. It was something that's important to me as the channel content. Hey Penny, how you doing, sweetheart? I'm probably not making much sense right now. But yeah, Penny, as you probably know, I lost a relative on Monday. My dear Nana passed away on Monday morning, and I wanted to talk about, hey BCTV, how you doing? And I'm not feeling great. Obviously, I am very low energy. I have no motivation at the moment to do anything, pretty much. Hey Pizza Demon, how you doing, bud? Good to see you, buddy. And it's kind of today. It's just confirmed that that she's gone, and that now I have the funeral date to pend on. So that's kind of, hey friggin, good to see you. And I'm not making sense. I know my thoughts are very rapid right now. I've got loads of thoughts buzzing around in my head that I can't get out. Hey G Zone, good to see you. Hey Leanne, hey Dylan. And it is a difficult time right now, and I think this is the best way for me to control it and talk about it. And I'm trying to handle it the best way that I can without obviously upsetting all of you potentially as well, because I want you guys to know that I will be back stronger, and this will only keep me down a little while. And hey, talk to your ish, Jess. Good to see you, my darling. And I'm just feeling really, really shit, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of the most hardest things to go through. Losing a relative such as hey, one by one, good to see you. And missing my dear nana, my nana is just something. No, I'm not Jess. I've lost my nana, passed away Monday, Jess, and it's something that I'm having to deal with, and yeah, it's just I want to share my experiences with you guys. I didn't just want to deal with this by myself, and not speak on it, because it needs to be talked about. It needs to be talked about in a safe, controlled manner, which is the way. Yeah, Karen, I think we are. I'm not sure the complete plans yet. Obviously, it's only been 48 hours, so I'm kind of trying to grab my head round all of it. And yeah, Jess, I might give you a call in a little bit actually to talk to you about it. And I think being on the spectrum, everything is more 10 times louder than everything else. Like everything is just vroom, 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 vroom all the time. And I think this is the best way to get my thoughts out without being kind of, I guess, bitter and by myself. So thank you, one by one. I appreciate that. I'm not here to make you guys sad. I'm not. I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about it online again, but I want to kind of bring it to your attention and say, hey, if you do notice I'm acting a bit odd or a bit weird or a bit emotional, or that the fact I'm not making sense, and it is because I am grieving. It's because I'm in pain, and I wanted you guys to see this. I want you to see the raw, real side of my autism, guys. This is it. This is like the raw side of my autism. And hey, Thomas, good to see you. And this is the way that my autism presents itself, and a lot of you guys don't really get to see this side of me. So this is how my autism is. This is how my autism presents when it comes to exactly paranormal white noise. I don't know why you've not got a wrench here. Hold on a second. Let me wrench you again. There we go. So yeah, that's kind of the situation that I'm in. I'm very much dealing with it day by day. Obviously, it's going to get easier. Like people say, time is a healer, but right now, no, it's not, because it's not healing. It's not helping me. It's something that okay, Zara, no worries. I've just re-wrenched you anyway, because I know you were wrenched here a long time ago. So, well, it was the same. My mum died many years ago. I'm sorry, Bridget. Hey, Dagmar, good to see you. And I wasn't sure if to talk about this. I did talk to Pizza Demon behind the scenes about this. He's in the chat. He knows how upset I've been. He knows that I'm not coping, and he's been an absolute saint. Pizza Demon, in the chat, is an absolutely amazing guy. Pizza Demon's been an absolute rock for me the last 3, 4, 5 days. He knows that I've felt really, really shitty. And, this is the best way for me to tell you all in one shot what's happening. And, okay, Dagmar, no worries. But yeah, I'm just going to put you guys back up here on my sofa. There we go. Thank you, Alice. I appreciate that. Thank you, Dylan. I appreciate that as well. But yeah, I just want to come on here and kind of express my emotion and kind of let you guys know, because it's not fair just for me to disappear off the channel, not really explain my actions. So this is why you've kind of not seen me do anything, because it's been a hard 3-4 days. I knew it was coming. Hey, Froggy Love, good to see you. And Pizza Demon has been a rock. I can't believe how thoughtful and supportive he's been. I can't believe how considerate he's been, how empathetic he's been. He's been on the phone with me at gone 11 o'clock at night when I've cried my eyes out. And, he's just a really supportive, loyal guy. He's phoned me at gone 11 the other night when I was sitting here having an absolute meltdown, and I couldn't think of anyone else to contact. So Pizza Demon stepped up, and yes, I do, Zara. Thank you. And Pizza Demon was the one there to jump on the phone and go, "Hey, it's all right. I'll call you. Hold on a minute." And he called me, and we sat talking for over an hour on the phone. And that's just what I needed. I needed someone to step up and talk to me and listen to me, and he did me a massive solid favor. And he was the first one to really find out about it and talk to me on it. And I don't think grief should be hidden. I think a lot of people think grief should be hidden, and it shouldn't be. Grief is the worst thing to hide from anybody, because grief can destroy you. And I think for me, it's not necessarily destroyed me as such, but I think it's really given me a different outlook on the world. And it's given me a way of self-control. It's given me a way to progress what I'm going through. And I think grief, step by step, is going to slowly change how I feel. But at the moment, I think I'm quite controlled. I think I've not lost my shit like I did with regards to my gran when she died. And I think now losing my nana, it's just kind of topped everything that I went through with my gran 7 years ago. And hey, Jenna, I appreciate it, Pizza Demon. I really do, my buddy. I really do appreciate your friendship, Pizza Demon. And for well I'll probably be contacting you in the next little while. But yeah, this is how grief affects me. Thank you, Courtney. Hey, the other side of life. Good to see you. But yeah, this is how real my autism is. This is no masking, no hiding, no trying to mask my emotions, because I want you to see me in a not so great state. I want you guys to be able to see me in how I'm upset and how my emotions, Yes, she's a great grandmother, Karen. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's like 8 great grandkids. So yeah, she's a great grandmother. Yeah, so it's hard because the great grandchildren are going to have to not have their nanny here, and it's not just me that's going to miss her; it's the great grandkids, and and it's difficult because they're going to be hitting the loss more than what I am. And I think I was lucky to have nearly 36 years with her in my life. She was a constant person. She was there my whole life practically, and I was very, very lucky for her to last this long. I was very lucky I got the 36 years to okay, Zara, sleep well, my friend. I'll talk to you soon. Oh, I'm sorry, Dagmar. Dagmar, you can contact me on email, or if we're connected on Twitter or Facebook, you can always talk to me. My Facebook and Twitter are always open. My emails are always open. But I wanted to talk about this because it needed to be said. It needed to come out in the open. And, night, Zara. Take care. I just want to show you the raw state of my autism and how grief is currently affecting me, how I'm trying to control it. and I want you guys to see how I'm, you know, you're wise not to suffer the pain that yourself. The pain will come and go, but the love will always be there. I know, Courtney. Thank you. You know, this is the thing. I know that I still have the love of my nan with me all the time. I know she's not gone, but you know, physically she's gone, and I'm doing it the best way that I can with my autism intact, and the way to self-explain it. And I think this is the best way to do it. That is safe. That is from my own perspective. I'm not speaking for all autistic people. I'm speaking for my autistic perspective, my own thoughts, feelings, emotions, frustrations, I guess. And hey, Linda. Um, you know, much love to you, Linda. I appreciate you. And, you know, I just want to come online and talk about it. This is real, raw, unedited, unscripted. Everything that I'm saying is off my real core emotion. Um, it's okay, Karen. No worries. I'm probably going to end it in the next 10 minutes anyway, because I just want to come on here and let people know that I am still around. I am grieving. I am still supporting people. And you know, it is what it is. Grief is grief, guys. It's going to happen. I'm going to have to go through it again at some point anyway. But unfortunately, grief for people with autism is much more heightened than what it would be for the neurotypical person. And for me, it's just like right now, I don't want to do eye contact, but I'm doing it to prove a point. Um, you know, I'm doing it to show people that my autism does affect me in ways that people don't get. People say to me, "Oh, well, you do eye contact, you're verbal." Yes, but am I in a verbal good state today? No. Am I doing eye contact that I don't really want to do? Yes, because I'm making a point. You know, I'm trying my best to be sociable and, you know, showing that I care about people. And, you know, I'm doing my best to educate people that don't understand autism or don't get why I'm acting a certain way that I'm doing. And, you know, it's a really, really hard thing to go through. Okay, Tashan, much love. I'll talk to you later. Um, okay, Penny, no worries. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. You know, I don't want to upset people, guys. I really don't. But this is the way that I thought was best to get it out and to let everybody know if I do disappear for a while, it's because I'm trying to progress my grief and get it out of the system so that I can get back to doing the content that I'm passionate about. And as always, YouTube likes to screw with me. So, you know, it's just what I'm trying to do in the precious time frame that I'm trying to show you. And, you know, it's a way of self coping, self healing. And I think this was the best way to do it. Yeah, peace team, of course. Of course, it's talking is always good to do, but at the same point, it's where do you cut that boundary? You know, where do you decide to go? I'll talk about it, but not, or I'll talk about it, but I'm worried about the kickback. So it's I do often get worried about the kickback of talking about grief and you know things like that because people go, oh well, you're not a professional. No, I'm not. I'm not a professional about grief. No, I'm not. But I'm going through grief. You know, I'm going. Okay, Penny, I'll check that. I'm going through grief. I'm not a grief professional. No, I'm not a medic. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist, psychologist, none of that. But at the same point, I'm someone that is going through the spectrum. I am going through the grieving process and it's going to change regardless. I think each time that I talk about this, it's going to change because I could be on a better day than I could be on a worse day. So it just depends on where my head is at a certain point. Um, you know, I'm basically just someone that, you know, is an autistic woman trying to share her autistic thoughts and, you know, try my best to, you know, keep everyone up to date with what I'm doing. And I think, you know, I hope that this has made sense of some degree. I hope that this is the best way to share it and talk about grief from an autism perspective and from a disability perspective. Um, and yeah, so I eat chocolate from that. Yeah, Karen, I usually do, but I don't actually have any here right now. So yeah, I just wanted to come live and talk to you guys about it, and this is the best way for me to interact with you guys and show you the raw, real emotion of what I'm going through. So, there may be days where you see me a lot worse than this, and maybe days where you see me a lot better. So it just depends on the grieving situation, the grieving process, the time frame, but this is 48 hours in so far. So, I just wanted to kind of get my thoughts out of my head instead of feeling trapped in my own head, I guess. Oh god, sorry, I might friggin' getting emotional now. Oh, yeah. So, it's just, of course I miss her, of course I do. There's no doubt I don't miss her, and reality really does suck. Thank you, Froggy. Hold on, Froggy. I need to wrench you. Hold on a minute. Let me give you that. There you go, Froggy. I've just given you a wrench, my friend. But yeah, guys, that's kind of it in a snapshot, I guess. Like, that's how my grief has kind of escalated, I guess you want to say. And this is how I'm coping with it, I guess, adjusting to it, adjusting to reality smacking me in the face, I guess. Hi, in the peas, how are you? Yeah, so basically, that's kind of the situation for right now. I have got some topics upcoming that I want to discuss as a live stream idea. I have got some really good ideas that I want to talk about, including the new government disability plan that they announced in not Peter, which they announced in the PMQs today, which I watched with interest. So that's going to be an upcoming video as well. And I've also got a few other articles that I want to talk in videos about as well. But yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much all I have to say for now. But yeah, I just want to share the news with you and kind of give you a sense of what's going on in my head right now and how I'm dealing with things. But yeah, that's pretty much all for right now, I guess. So thank you so much, guys, for coming in. I hope you all have a great evening. I'm gonna just carry on watching some YouTube for tonight, I think, and then head myself to bed. But I just wanted to talk and share to you, and I'll see you soon, guys.